We don't know who needs to hear this, but don't be a simp for anyone. And it goes without saying that these guys understood the assignments. This guy realized that he was being played by these two women in the middle of what should have been a simple lunchtime date. But thankfully, he would be the one to have the last laugh.
I dined and dashed on a Hinge date, and let me tell you why. Well, on this Hinge date, I hit this girl up and I was like, hey, you want to meet up, grab lunch? So on a first date with someone online, I'm thinking something casual, right? Maybe like sushi, Panera, a salad, something easy, something, nothing crazy, right? This woman comes back with, I want hibachi. And I was like, hibachi? And she's like, yeah, I want hibachi. So I go, oh, okay, I guess. So I get there to meet this girl for hibachi, and she brings a friend with her, and she goes, hey, would it be cool if my friend just jumps in with us, hangs out? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, she's already here. Why don't I tell her, go away? So we sit down, we start kind of hanging out, talking, getting to know each other, stuff like that. Both of these women start ordering a bunch of drinks, and I'm like, okay. And then they start ordering appetizers. And the guy, the cook, he goes, what do you want? And I go, I would like just chicken and rice. Easy. I'm a simple man. The girls go, we want surf and turf. I go, you want surf and turf? They go, yeah, surf and turf. And I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, all right, these girls think I'm stupid. I'm not. So we hang out, have fun, do our thing. And I'm just kind of enjoying the moment, but I know what the heck's going on. I know what's going on. So time goes by and we're ready to pay the tab. And the cook guy goes, all right, how are we splitting up the bill today? The girl goes, all on one. So I'm like, what the hell did this girl say? In my mind, I'm like, what the heck? So I tell her, hey, do me a favor. Will you just box up my food real quick and I'm going to go to the restroom? She goes, yeah, no problem. Guess where I went? I didn't go to the restroom. I went in my car and I went home. You think I'm stupid? I'm not. You paid my bill. Thanks.
No matter which side of the argument you fall on, it's probably for the best that they figured out how different they are on their first date rather than further down the road.
So you really decided to take me out on a date to Subway?
Yes.
Do you not have money for something nicer? I thought we were gonna go do something else, not this.
I do have money. I just don't have high faith in you.
Why would you say that?
I feel like you're in it for the money and not for me.
Of course I'm in it for the money.
See, that's why I brought you to Subway. To see what your true character was.
You wanted to see what my true character was by taking me to a rundown place like this. I got dressed this morning. I got up and I got ready and I took a shower and I did all the basics just to come somewhere nicer. I thought we were gonna go to Red Lobster, get margaritas, do something other than this. And you used the app.
I'm sorry, honey. I just did not have high...
Do you live by yourself?
Yes, I do.
And where do you work?
Papa John's.
That makes sense of why we would come here. Let me guess, you're a delivery driver?
Yes.
Pitiful. How old are you again?
I'm 22.
And you wanted to date me?
Yes.
You know, I don't think you should be worried about dating. I think you should be worried about your light bill. Because clearly you couldn't take me somewhere nicer, so I'm not interested.
Well, sucks for you.
Really work at Papa John's.
Because I would have gave you anything you wanted.
But a date to Subway, huh?
I gotta test
You know,
the
that
water.
really proves to me how much you wanted me and how much you valued my time.
I wanted to get to know you. Why does it matter where I take you? I don't have to take you to a steakhouse just to get to know you.
Give me my phone back.
Are you recording? You think this is funny?
Give me my phone back.
I don't think this girl deserves me.
This next one is just kind of messed up. No other way to put it.
A man left me at a bar after he found out I slept with a black man. So I met this guy online, and we decided that we were going to go on a date. We were only talking for a couple days, but it was going well, and I was like, hey, it's Sunday. What are you up to today? You want to watch some football? We'll get a drink. And he was like, yeah, for sure. So we met at a bar. We're hanging out. I am not one that's like, how many people have you slept with? What's your number? Ball? We're adults. I could care. Are you clean? I don't like, why is this still, it isn't a thing. But we were watching football, which led into a conversation about someone that I had slept with. And so we were talking about it, and he was like, what? And I was like, put back a little bit. And I was like, what do you mean what? And he was like, he's black. I was like, yeah, I'm aware. So I was a little put off by it, but then he got like super intense, and he was like, you a black man? And I was like, sir. Like, he turned into like an exorcist. I was like, what? What? And to be fair, at this point, the date was over for me, but I was like, what is wrong with you? And he like went into this whole big thing about, I'm not even going to repeat all the shit he said about like being dirty and all that. And I was like, what is wrong? So this is where I started to plan my exit. And I was like, okay, how am I going to get out of here? I can't here with this guy anymore. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Now, I drove myself, so I full on planned on whatever, leaving by myself anyway. But I was like, okay, I'm trying not to ghost people or be like a crazy person. He had my phone number, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I come back out, he was gone. I was like, that worked out perfect. So I sat at the bar for the rest of the time. I met the bartender. Her name was Tara. We had a great time. And what in the actual is dating?
The fact that the guy didn't walk away after the very first red flag is kind of crazy.
I've got a bad date story for you guys. This might need 2 parts. We'll see how we go. So I matched with this girl on Tinder, and things were going really well. We really got along. She told her mum about me probably about a week into talking to her, which I thought was a little odd. But I kind of like, whatever. Then one time I asked her to FaceTime, and she was down for it, but she wouldn't go on camera, which I thought was a little odd. This isn't a catfish story, by the way. She just didn't want to go on camera because she didn't have makeup on, which I don't mind, but I get it. The first real kind of red flag popped up when I said, look, I've got to go to work. I won't be able to reply for like 4 or 5 hours, but yeah, just letting you know. So I'm at work and my phone starts going bonkers, like non-stop vibrating. I thought it was going to explode. And I checked it, and all the notifications were from her, like Snapchat, Messenger, missed calls. I was like, what the is going on? So I went on break and I messaged her back. I'm like, what's going on? Like, is everything all right? And she said, you're probably not even at work. I bet you're out on a date right now. And I was like, look. And so I turned on my location on Snapchat, and it showed that I was at work. And she's like, you're probably at work with another girl, and you're probably flirting with her. And I'm like, I would not take a girl to my work. I was a bartender at the time, by the way. I was like, I wouldn't go on a date at my own work. So I really should have taken that as the first red flag. But like, we got along really well. And so I was kind of like, look, it's probably just like early day jitters. Like, I don't know, she might really like me and she's freaking out. Like, I don't know. But then I asked her out on a date, and this is where it gets spicy. So we go to this cafe, and mind you, I had her on Facebook at the time. She wanted to add me as a friend, which I don't usually do, but I was like, all right, whatever. And the whole date she was asking me about certain girls on my friends list, like, what about this girl? How do you know her? What about this girl? And I was like, are you here to date me, or are you to date, like, the female friends on my Facebook list? And she was like, yeah, fair enough. Anyway, she said she'd never been to a sex shop before. And I was like, look, Sexyland's just right down the road. Like, we can go. We get in the car, we have a little cheeky make out, and then after that, she gets ridiculously clingy. We're driving, and she's like all over me, which I usually don't mind. I don't mind a bit of touch while I drive, but it was like pretty much dangerous, and I had to like push her off me kind of thing. So we get to Sexyland, and we're holding hands as we go through the door. And I was kind of like, I don't want to walk around holding hands the whole time. I want like a bit of space so we can roam around. And when I tell you that did not sit well with her, oh boy, she cracked the shits and stood in the middle of the store, sooking like a puppy dog. And when I say sooking like a puppy dog, I mean, kind of thing. I was like, whoa. Anyway, it gets crazier after this, so stick around for part 2. I'll post that next.
This one just gets crazier and crazier. It's scary to think that women like this exist out there, walking the streets totally inconspicuous.
Part 2 of my bad date story. So you can imagine my shock when she's in the middle of the store, sooking, like literally the best way I can describe it is sooking like a puppy dog. And so this is a bit of a blur in the store. I can't remember if I held hands with her again or just like maybe went up and like had contact with her. I don't know what happened. But as everyone should, I had a backup plan as to if like the date was going wrong, where I said that I had something on afterwards. And so I was starting to fall back on that a bit. So after spending like maybe like another 10 minutes in the store, I was like, look, I'll drop you back to your car because I've got to head off now. And she was cool with that. And so I dropped back in the car. We had like another cheeky kiss. And then she's like to me, she's like, I want to taste it. I was like, sorry? She goes, I want to taste it. It being my, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, I can't, like, I've got to go. And she's like, no, I want to taste it, just like, even if it's like 30 seconds. That's actually literally what happened. She went down on me for like 30 seconds. And I was like, okay, now I've got to go. Like, thank you for the day. I had fun. I'll message you later. I'll talk to you tomorrow or whatever. So the next day I messaged her, like, look, I had fun, but I don't think we're meant to be. But thank you for the date and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And she was really cool about it, which I was surprised about. And she's like, yeah, fair enough. Like, that's all good. So I get a message probably like 4 or 5 days later. And she's like, what are these white lumps on the back of my throat? I was like, I don't know. Do you have a throat infection? She goes, no, you've given me an STI. I was like, whoa, that is a huge allegation. And I was like, look, I'm sorry. I'll go get tested. And we'll get to the bottom of this. And she goes, well, I'm getting tested tomorrow, so I'll find out before you. And I was like, okay, like weird flex, but all right. And then she starts abusing me, like, you're a asshole. I can't believe you've done this to me. And I was like, Jesus, you don't even know what you've got. Like, don't come at me, you know? And so I planned to wait until she got her results anyway before I went and got tested. And that's when I got a message back a couple of days later. And she goes, so I got my results back. And I was like, well... And she was like, well, actually, it was just a throat infection, so you didn't give me an STI. I was like, well, sorry to hear about the throat infection, but I'm happy for you and me it's not an STI. Like, I get tested after every time I have sex, so, you know, I was pretty sure it wasn't going to be an STI. And that's when she goes, would you like to go on another date? And I was like, hell no. I didn't say that to her, but I was, in my head, I'm thinking, no way. And that's that. I think she blocked me after that, or deleted me. I don't know, something like that. But fair to say, that is my worst date. I've had bad dates, but that's easily the worst one. If you stuck around this long, thank you.
Look, if you want to cancel a date, be an adult about it and tell them straight up. Because this guy's tactic was pretty pathetic.
I was supposed to have a first date tonight, and he just unmatched me on Bumble, so I guess we're not going to get drinks anymore. But I thought I would show you guys my outfit so somebody saw it. Because I know I'll get questions. My dress is from Eloquy, but I got it from Dia & Co. My jacket is from ASOS, and my boots are Topshop. It's a cute look. His loss.
This dude does not beat around the bush. This is one of the most no BS interviews you will ever see.
Is there one thing you regret out of your life?
Getting married.
Why was that a bad choice in your opinion?
I'm divorced now. She got half.
She got half? Oh my God. If you can go talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
Go back to college.
Did you go to college?
Of course.
What'd you study?
Business.
And do you think that business was good choice?
Sure, but I would go back for different reasons.
What would you go back for?
The girls.
This is one of the funniest dating pranks you'll see, and somehow the real twist comes at the end.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You ain't no man, is you?
You want to find out?
Hell no. Hell no, because what if you is? I'm going to be in a hell of a situation. Yeah. Nah, why your voice deep, baby?
Would I be here if I was a man?
You sure right. Yeah, but why your motherfucking voice so pretty as you?
What was that?
Man, get her out of here. Man, why her voice so deep, F you? Why she growling? Why she doing that shit?
I don't actually talk like a man. It was just a joke, and I thought it was really funny. Honestly, talking in a man voice is very true to my personality because I have an extremely sick sense of humor. I love weirding people out. It's part of me.
She's not even trying to hide how much of a gold digger she is. This line of questioning is more like a job interview than a conversation.
Now, is Adana your type?
Adana actually is. I really like, her hair. I like her style. I like that color on her. I think she would be somebody that probably could be my 1A if I were to run my business and include her in it.
Which way for the business?
as far as somebody as a CEO just like me, so you can take over my same businesses, vice versa, represent those things, you know. Say if we're talking about my modeling career, you can speak on my behalf, you know, help me with things like agency.
Be your agent?
No.
Like
just be my
what's the
partner.
cut? If
Be my partner. A partner. We will be a business unit. You will learn me and what I do and how to do that on my behalf, and I will learn the same you.
I get a cut?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you doing right now, like as far as your portfolio?
Right now, I'm an A&R. I'm scouting for young talent right now to sign to new record labels. That's going to be the next 10 years. Some of the biggest artists you probably don't know about yet. I do professional model work. I do commercials. I do act. I'm in New York Fashion Week upcoming this 2024 year.
Same. Oh, do you have any artists that...
Yes.
Do you have a studio?
Yes.
Elaborate?
Yes. It's called Evolve Music Group, LLC. That's my name. I'm Cinco the Wolf.
You have an engineer and all that?
Yes.
Where are you getting the funds from?
Before this, I was one of the youngest account managers with a company called CenturyLink. They're called Lumen now. I made about $250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state.
Okay, and how many years ago was this?
I'm 28 now, so this is about 5 years ago. I live a life. People know me. It's called Every Day is Friday.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll get the balloon back and I'll think. Let my mind twirl a little bit. All right. I gotta crunch the numbers real quick.
Not crunch the numbers. All right, we'll be back with you then.
What do you guys think of this one? Was it an overreaction and a little crazy, or was she justified?
Have any of you ever slashed a guy's tires?
No.
Done anything to get revenge on an ex?
I'm not like that crazy, but like I did throw like the PlayStation out.
You threw out his PlayStation?
Yeah. Well, broke the PlayStation.
What kind of monster are you? What'd you do that for?
He was cheating.
Well, his PlayStation wasn't cheating.
Yeah, so that, but I don't think that that's that crazy. I don't know. PlayStation, phone.
What else did you destroy?
I didn't destroy anything else, but the bags were packed up and left out. All of his stuff was moved out of our apartment and put into the hallway.
Was he a Call of Duty player?
No.
What was he playing?
He would play like sports games.
Then it's okay.
Oh man, a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Tons of achievements unlocked. He just destroyed it all.
Well, I think the bigger issue was the phone, that also had to go.
Some people have very specific standards for a potential partner, but this woman takes that idea to a new level entirely.
So you want somebody to impress you, you want someone to be interesting, any other things? Are there any physical traits like height or that sort of thing?
I want someone who can fit in a regular airplane seatbelt and who doesn't have to ask for a seatbelt extender.
Okay. So someone you don't want to date an obese guy.
See, I want to be careful with that word because it's he doesn't have to be perfect. That would be my measurement, my barometer is fit into don't have to ask for a seatbelt extender.
So he could be obese, just not that obese.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to frame it.
What about height?
Not I'm a short lady. I mean, I would go pretty short, and I would go shorter than I.
Would you date someone shorter than you?
I mean, 5 foot. I can go down to 5 feet. But if the man is shorter than 5 feet, he's gonna need a shorter woman.
This next one got out of hand pretty quickly.
You want me to body you?
Aftermath of the 2v1 Toronto Edition PT1.
She's clearly expecting him to say yes to anything she wants, but he's not having it, not for 1 second.
Go behind the stalls. Come on.
No, I don't want to go behind nowhere. No, chill, that's weird.
Let's go in the bathroom.
No!
Yes!
For what? It's gonna be stinky in there.
No, come on.
It stinks in there.
Oh my gosh, Alright, you know what? I'm done.
This girl's ego is totally out of control. Someone needs to pull her to one side and have a word with her.
This bitch, like, just like that. I need to hump her ass. That's what everybody think about me.
Well, a man doesn't have to think you're a 10 out of 10 to want to sleep with you.
I mean, like, you'd be surprised. Like, I have anybody, like, you know, I have a lot of people just buy me stuff. They don't even want to they just want to look at me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that sometimes.
So do you think that makes you an object of just, you know, sex, or?
No, it's not an object. Like, you know, like, sometimes you just gotta be like, you're a woman, you need that pussy stretching, that pussy pop, you know what I mean?
It's important that we clarify ahead of this clip that she is the one who was caught cheating, not him.
I'm gonna get my own clothes.
No, you're not finna get shit. Like, on my soul, on my daughter, you're not finna get shit.
You can be drunk here all you want to.
Okay, I'm finna be real drunk here when my people beat your ass in a second.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
The police gonna beat your ass, or my people gonna beat your ass? Okay. Because I'll call the police here.
I know you'll call the police.
That's what you want me to do.
No, that's what you always wanted to do. That's why I don't need to be with you.
That's what you want me to do.
Okay. No, I don't want you to do
You
that.
told me to call my people. You told me to call my dad.
Yeah,
you
call
told
your
me
dad.
to call all these people.
Yeah, go ahead. I said go ahead and get your money so I can go.
That's what you told me to do.
I said all you gotta do is get your
I'm
money so I
gonna
can
do
go.
what you told me to do.
Okay, whatever.
You want me to do what you told me to do?
All right, whatever.
All I'm trying to do is go out the door. Y'all see this on camera? I'm trying to leave out the door, get away from the situation, and make things better for me, but I can't seem to go. So when the police get here, you will see, because I'm gonna have to remove her from me physically. I'm trying to be polite and just walk out and have a great day, but she won't get off me. Can you please get off me? I'm asking her twice.
I'm asking you to
Can
sit
you
down.
please get off of me?
Okay, I'm asking you to sit down.
Can you please get off of me?
Look, these two are clearly not meant to be, so it's best that they figured that out early.
Okay, so I'm back in the crib. Y'all would not believe what just happened. Like, I literally went on a date with a guy, and let's just say, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. I ordered what I want. He didn't want to order anything because he ate, so he just ordered a drink. I ordered what I wanted, and he hears it clearly because he's right next to me. The food comes, he started making all these comments. Oh, you ordered that? Oh, you gonna eat all that? Mind you, I told him that my friend flew into town and that after dinner I was gonna go see her because she wanted me to pull up on her or whatever. He's like, did you order some food for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, would you order all that? Baby, you think I can't afford a meal? I said, honestly, if you wasn't here, I would have still ordered like this. This is how I eat with my friends. This is how I eat when I'm by myself. Crazy. But the kicker is, this man said, oh, I'm gonna go. I said, okay. He lays down $100, walks off. Mind you, he called us a black truck to dinner. So I rode with him in an Uber. He left. He didn't say anything besides I'm gonna go, and then set the money down and then dipped off. He didn't ask if I needed a ride, how was I gonna get home. He didn't ask what the bill was, nothing. Mind you, this is a 45-year-old man, grown ass Nigerian man. Actually, let's talk about it. Let me put the light on. Let's actually talk about it, okay? I ordered my drink. He ordered his drink. I ordered a half a dozen oysters. I want to say maybe that's around like $15 to $18, I think. We were at Eddie V's. I can't remember how much. That's normally how much it would be. After that, he said that he wasn't hungry. He didn't want to eat. I ordered an entree. I ordered lamb chops. Mind you, prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. Like, I said I was in the mood for like steak and like asparagus, mac and cheese. Like, I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just, you know. I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice. Half sizes. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick story time because I don't know what some of y'all problems are, making it seem like what I ordered was outrageous. This man took me to a steakhouse, okay? Keep that in mind. This is a dinner date. What do you do at dinner? You eat dinner. I told him that, like, I wanted steak, asparagus, like, I wanted, like, the full, you mean. So he knew.
Mind you, he picked the restaurant. I didn't pick it. He picked the restaurant. Okay? So, and again, I got the lamb chops. The lamb chops are cheaper than the steak itself. That's number one. So if I would have got the steak and an appetizer or two, it would have added up to what the hell I ordered anyway. And also, I don't know about y'all, have some standards, okay? If you're taking me to a steakhouse, I'm going to order what I want. Not only because it's like you're paying for it, but I can afford what I want to eat, okay? And there's nothing wrong if you can't afford it, but I can afford it. So I'm not about to starve myself or act like I don't want to eat something because a guy took me on a date. I've never experienced something like that. So again, like when I say it's the worst day ever, it is because I've never experienced nothing like that. And I never had a man walk out on me at dinner on a date. Like basically the tab, because you didn't even ask how much the tab was. Like, so that was crazy. It was a few red flags, like me asking him, like, I had hinted, I was like, so what are you going to eat? And he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry, like I ate. And I was like, why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Like, he got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier. Was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans? I digress. That was like the second red flag. I'm not even going to say what the other one was. But soon as, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. So when I order all my food, he's hearing it. He's literally right next to me. We sat at the bar because he's 6'8" and he didn't want to sit at a table because like his legs and his knees or whatever. Had no problem with that. So he's literally sitting directly next to me. He's hearing what I'm saying. I order my food. No comment. My food comes out, all these comments. And it just wasn't one or two comments. It was repeated comments back to back to back, where it was like, even the bartender was kind of like looking over it because it's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I was a bigger woman, I would have felt like you was body shaming me. Because why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me if I'm going to eat the food that I ordered? What did I order it for? Why are we on a dinner date? He was like, oh, you order all that? He was like, you going to eat all that? He was like, did you order something for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, was you going to order that? And I was like, that's such an interesting comment to make. And it was like silent for 5 minutes. And then he apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be rude. And I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, that was very offensive. I was like, I actually feel very disrespected. I was like, that was definitely rude. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intentions. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and he was telling me, because prior to the food coming out, we had a conversation where I was stating that I don't like dating in Houston. And I was telling him why. He said he didn't like dating in Houston because he feel like women here are just finesse, like other cities. It's not like Houston. Like, this is the only city that women like money. He was just like, I feel like women just like you for your money. They wanted you to take them on trips and this, and that. That was like red flag number 2. Whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was breaking that to me. He was like, yeah, you know, this kind of just happened to my friend. And he took a girl on a date and she ordered all this food and he ended up leaving her. And he was saying, so like, he was like, and I told you, like, I feel like girls be trying to finesse. And I was like, I don't have to finesse you for dinner. I was like, even if you wasn't here, I would have been able to afford this tab myself. I was like, are you implying that you don't want to pay for my food? He was like, no, that's not what I'm implying. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I would have respected if you would have said, like, you know, explain this to me instead of like telling me, you know, instead of making those remarks. He was like, oh, I just apologize about that. I said, I understand that, but I'm letting you know why I was upset and why I felt the way I felt. So then he was like, yeah, but like, you know, I was like, well, honestly, I was like, if you feel like people are going to finesse you or you have, and he was like, you know, this is probably like some of my trauma from my past and dating. And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, it's not fair for you to project what people did to you onto me. You just met me. I'm not dumb. So you can't say I'm trying to finesse you because, baby, I could pay for it myself. And I was like, honestly, if you feel like people are going to finesse you for dinner, I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like, maybe take them to an arcade. But you're 45 years old. I understand I'm 25. Mind you, this man was talking to me about marriage. He was like, you're so mature for your age. Blase, 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 blase. but you're tripping about me ordering appetizer, entree, and sides. Okay. And it was to the point where, like, even the bartender was, like, literally side-eyeing because he just was, like, when I say it just was multiple comments back to back to back. Within the first few minutes of my food getting, like, placed on the counter, and I was just literally, like, it made me feel so uncomfortable. Like, I've literally never been on a date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said, like, you know, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling Uber. I already knew he was calling Uber. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay. He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. He doesn't say, do you have a ride home? Or is there a way, are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left. Mind you, he said that his daughter's 25 or 24. Your daughter's my age. How would you feel if your daughter went on a date and a man treated her like that? But I digress. But yeah, all them comments that y'all making about like me doing too much, shut it up. Thank you.
Honesty is the best policy, and she fully understands that.
I'm self-obsessed, self-absorbed, I'm neurotic, I'm eccentric, I'm hormonal, I'm a nightmare. If I want to make a lemon drizzle cake and watch The Sopranos and iron at 3 in the morning, I'm going to get up and do it. And I went, so if you think you're okay with any of that, and he went, yeah, well, yeah, I'll give it a go.
We're not here looking to pass judgment on everyone, but in this case, these girls have zero class.
And Bonnie have got countless guys lined up, ready to us. Oh, how many shoes are you guys counting? Wait, well, these are all the guys. There's more in there as well.
Look up the word ungrateful in the dictionary and you'll find a picture of this next woman.
I don't want it. If you ask
it's
me,
real. It came from K Jewelers.
You finna get out the car. I'm not playing
this
right
is
now.
a real diamond ring.
I don't want that. I don't want it.
What's ugly about it?
I don't want it.
What's the ring though, bro? Like I worked hard.
I don't want.
I worked hard to
afford
afford this.
I sent you the link. What else do I have to do? I mean, I told you the ring that I wanted. I don't want that. I don't.
Just because it ain't 6, 7 carats. I mean,
I don't care. I told you what I wanted. You asked me what I wanted. I
this
told you what I wanted.
Ring.
That's not it.
This is a real ring from
I don't care.
K